Good morning, everybody. My name is Adam Lashinsky, and I want to welcome all the morning's dignitaries for joining us at Brainstorm Tech International. We are so honored to have all of you with us today. Welcome to the first segment of one of the most exciting aspects of our program today, the Fortune China Innovation Awards contest. We'll have 5 categories. As you know, each winner of the 5 categories will receive a Trump-chi car, which we're very excited about, and they will be even more excited about. The first category is e-commerce and fintech. Now, let me explain to you how this will work. In each category, we'll have 3 contestants who have been selected through an application and review process that has unfolded over the past 6 months. We will have presentations by each contestant, and then at the end, each of you in the room will vote using the handheld devices that are in front of you. For each category, we will also have 3 judges on stage here with me to help us. And as I said, thanks to our presenting partner, GAC, each of our winners of the 5 categories will receive a new car. Now, before the, yes, well, I think some applause for the new car would be a very good idea. Now, before we bring our first contestant, I want to welcome to the stage our 3 judges, Harry Han, Keith Krach, and Wang Ying. Good morning, judges. Thank you for being here. I want to prepare the audience and the contestants for how things will work because we have a very strict schedule. Our contestants will present for 4.5 minutes. Our judges will give their responses to the contestants, and the contestants will have a brief opportunity to respond to their observations. If they run over time, you will hear a very loud sound. Is there any chance we could hear it now? Yes. That's how you know that we've run out of time, and we will keep to a very strict schedule because we have so much exciting programming. And so, without any further ado, please welcome Wang Tao, co-founder and CTO of SequoiaDB.
Dear friends, good afternoon. My name is Wang Tao. I'm from Guangzhou. I'm the co-founder and general manager of SequoiaDB. So first of all, I believe you all know that we enter into a new era of big data, and all the companies, in terms of the ownership of the data, management of the data, they have to face huge problems. From an IT perspective, the database as the carrier of data now undergoes huge changes as well. Previously was Oracle, IBM. They were doing this traditional database, but around year 2010, a distributive DB database started to occur because the old DB does have its restrictions, for example, capacity growth, especially in this digitalized world. So we can use the smaller servers to connect them horizontally in order to address the big data issue. The distributed database is growing very quickly, and it is still in a stage of high growth stage. So our company, as a part of this distributed database business, we also have a lot of clients. For example, Minsheng Bank, Bank of China, and other banks, they're all our clients. So in the fintech area, we provide services to all of them, to several of them. So as a producer of a distributed database, let's take a look at the market share. According to Gartner's forecast, by 2020, the total size of the database will reach 10 billion. In China, it will be around 2 billion. In this huge pie, With the traditional database started to grow, decline, the distributed one will become the mainstream. So SequoiaDB will cover transaction, analytical, and information or data processing. And now we have around 10 top 500 companies and 30 banks as our clients. So we're number one in terms of the distributed database in China. In terms of technology, compared with our foreigner, IBM, Oracle, in the following areas, we have very good strength. The first one is the so-called scalability. By adding more number of nodes horizontally, we can increase our processing capability, and also it could increase our performance, and we could support the online transaction as well as analysis. And we also address this compatibility issue. For business clients, for example, Bank of China, Minsheng, and Guangdong Development Company, these top tier 1 banks are already our customers. So our business is not confined to the big data analysis. We also cover all the process-related analytical business. So our database is widely used in some core businesses for most of the clients. Apart from the clients in the industry, we are highly recognized as well. For example, this year, together with Alibaba, we were selected into Gartner's list as a Chinese distributed database, and also Sequoia database entered into the big data online of the Silicon Valley. It was the first company, for the first time, for Chinese companies to be listed. And also we won a lot of awards, and won a Herring Award, and they all have very high, highly recognized us. And we have 10 Fortune 500 company and 30 banks as our major clients. And thank you.
Wonderful job of wrapping up exactly at the right time. Ying, I'd like you to go first, please.
English or Chinese?
That's completely up to you.
Okay.
And I admire you for having the opportunity to choose.
This is my homeland, so I use Chinese.
It seems that it's a very technical barrier is very high for this sector. And also, in terms of for the investors, I want to ask, what is the sales lead time? And when you are doing the implementation and customization for the big companies, do you think they're highly demanding over the customization? I think a technical barrier, you have very good core technology, yes. To answer your question. Oh, 首先
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Keith, please.
Yes.
我就想说一下
On being the first Chinese company in Gartner's Magic Quadrant, and your spectacular list of banks and big customers, and for what you're doing for the Fintech industry around the world. 谢谢.
Thank you.
Harry.
首先，我觉得你对时间的
First of all, very good control of time, so which makes me confident that you have very good control of technology. And 2 points, you're doing really well. Now you are having a lot of bank customers, which is really good. And secondly, you are going outside China to the world. You also have some business in United States, which is also very good. I have a comment. In China, we see huge potential in the enterprise area, but seldomly there are companies that spend a lot of resources in terms of sales. So I think probably you should invest more in that area. Thank you.
2 minutes to answer anything you like.
Okay, so first I would like to thank for all the comments and for answering the question. We have a pretty large sales team, and actually the sales cycle is about for the first sale to the big customers is about half to 1 year. So usually it's taking some time. But once we go into the customer, we can do the cross sale and upsell, and we can do some easier job than the first sale to the particular customer. Other than that, we are also glad to be in Gartner's list. And when they judge us, they go from the technology part and the sales part as well. So for the technology, of course, we are one of the most popular distributed database in China. Now we are trying to go into the worldwide and trying to sell to some customers other than Chinese company. Okay, thank you.
And I have a quick question,
Yeah, sure.
which is, what about Oracle and IBM? Are they a problem for you?
Okay, so that's a good one. So in most of our customers, our competitors are actually IBM and Oracle, because most of the banks are running their core banking system and online systems on Oracle and IBM. But for now, what we are doing is trying to replace those systems, those legacy systems, and the thing. Trying to make them to do the decision is first is the data volume. The second is we have those customer reputations, and they trust us to replace the legacy systems.
So thank you very much for this multilingual conversation. Congratulations. May I please have a round of applause for Wang Chao.
Thank you.
Next, please join me in welcoming Weidong, founder and CEO and chairman of BSI, Udo Media.
Distinguished judges and guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Weidong. I'm a founder of BSI. It's my third startup company already. The inspiration comes from the direct sale banks. What does that mean? Direct sale banks makes the banks enter into the strong internet world. Previously, we don't have too many companies doing online business, but with the coming of the online direct sale banks, the number could be increased to 30 or even 100. So after the direct bank, there will be a lot of opportunities occur. For example, bank wealth management. The market is huge. There is a the size of it is 3 trillion, and also there is a rigid demand from the user perspective. So the two ends needs this direct bank sales. But how to get into this market? We decided to use an approach because with more and more direct banks started to occur, you need to compare the different prices in order to choose. But you need to have a platform for comparing the prices. So first of all, let's briefly take a look at the performance of our BSI. First of all, we have already had 93 direct sale banks connected to us, representing 185%. For example, 5 banks in Guangzhou province. And we have monthly active user number reached 7.8 million. So on the among these contracted banks, the total transaction reached 740 billion, and the past 10 years reached 105% of growth. And also in the previous 10 months of this year, the transaction volume and revenue reached 117 billion RMB. And the profit is 57 million. So why we have such a high growth? The reasons are as follows. The foremost reason is because of the gene of continuous starting up companies. My previous three starting up experience focus on fintech area. So we understand the change of the banking sector. After the 2008, the new policy issued by the Chinese government, I believe there will be new changes. And I believe Beicai will grasp all these opportunities to enter into an even higher growth development stage. So what is Beicai? I would like to use 1 minute of demo to explain to you what Beicai is. So if you enter into this demo, you can you can use this platform to have transactions with multi banks. So after the transaction, you could clearly see how much assets you have, not only in one direct sale bank, but all of the direct sale bank. And furtherly, if I want to know how much money I still have in hand, not invested, you can still check it out on this online, because this platform is bundled with your banking card, and you will discover all the assets you have. Okay, you think this is not convenient enough. Then what about I can use one button to buy a certain portfolio? And actually, we have that service provided as well. So this is a very brief demo. So it's simple, it is smart, and it combines big data and AI. To conclude, please use Beicai. Thank you.
Commercial pitch at the very end. Keith, please.
I'd like to congratulate you in 2 areas. One is, and I always look at the most intellectual exercise is taking something complex and making it simple. And wealth management can be very complex for the consumer. And it looks like you've done a great job of simplifying that in a very elegant way. The other thing I'd like to congratulate you on is your growth, because it's all about leadership. And I believe that leadership is not defined by size, but it's defined by momentum. And with your growth rates, you're clearly the leader. So congratulations.
Harry, please.
Okay. 首先恭喜你在过去10个
First of all, congratulations on the very quick growth in the past 10 years. You are in the right industry. Fintech is a very important area for innovation for this year. But fintech is still a baby in China. There are a lot of opportunities, a lot of innovations to be done. I believe you've done a very good thing to use the internet to make your product more efficient and contact more users. But traffic is a very big bottleneck. How could you get more customer with cheaper money? That's a challenge. Thank you for your presentation. Fintech, indeed, in the internet era, from offline to online transition, that's a major trend. And now it's penetrating into tier 3 to tier 4 cities from 1 and 2 cities. I think there are 2 opportunities. One is traffic. So you buy low and sell high. And secondly, you can use the internet to get the data and to influence the products of the banks. And if regulators allow, you can participate even more.
Explain something in Chinese because it's in China. Okay.
First of all, the first judge asked a very good question. How you use these high-tech knowledge behind it. We have AI and big data because my master degree is on the big data and AI. We also have very good security technologies and which will align our technology to the banks. So, but the customers cannot feel all these. And users could see this quick list and a smart list as well. So we put our technology behind these. Secondly, it's about the traffic. We have a very special feature. We combine traffic with data. For example, we are working with the Toutiao. We use the data from Toutiao and our financial data. One is serving as X-axle, the other is Y-axle, which could reduce the cost by 30%. And you're all wealth management users instead of a direct sale user. But someday in the future, you will use it because you will use a Type 2 card. So a Type 2 card only come into this market for 1 year. There is a huge potential. In the future 5 years, the mid-level income population of China is growing. There will be a lot of opportunities for Type 2 card. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And finally, please join me in welcoming Chao Xiaojuan, founder and CEO of BZN.
Everyone, I'm very pleased to be here to share our technology and how we help in innovation. And I am very happy to be the only woman in this competition. And our company is to. First of all, I would like to ask everybody: do you have share bikes? Did you ask for takeouts? Do you have delivery takeouts? Did you go to online and buy some things? I know it's changing, and insurance is changing, and when you share bikes, no matter whether you're riding 1 minute or 110, you are in our platform, and you are using our insurance platform. And for delivery service, and if you're buying food delivery, and you are also buying insurance for the whole process. And then let's say for the Double 11 days, and there's a huge purchasing online, and nobody can and buy that insurance, and then we can provide that insurance at that moment instantly, and we can insure all the employees and to ensure that you reduce the risk. And let's say that you're an athlete, whether you're a runner or you're a sports athlete, we can provide all insurance for all types of athletes, and many people are going abroad, and then we are providing insurance when you travel abroad, and so we are providing this type of insurance and providing insurance in 10 industries and providing 300 different types of products. And we are making innovative products. And by providing innovation, we want to expand our business, and we want to be more precise. And our company has been established for about 2 years, and our insurance business has been over 10,000. And we want to develop a system to reduce, to calculate the risk, and then we want to replace the traditional insurance with our online insurance. And we have made transaction over 75,000 transactions, and we have completed A cycle and B cycle, and we have innovation in technology and analysis, and we're using this big data, and so that we can apply that in the insurance industry, so that we can make our industry better. And hopefully, we want the insurance technology to be more advanced. And our company, we are using all types of innovative measures, and we want to make sure that we are using security steps. And then when you are making your company to grow bigger, we want to use insurance to ensure that you are protected every step of the way. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah, 不知道你有没有意识到
Have you noticed that in your presentation you said insurance, technology, and risk? You said those three words the most. You can see that the Chinese insurance company is just developed recently, but we can see a big potential in the Chinese insurance company in the industry, and we can see that. You can see that from the long-term prospect, you can go into this industry. You are using this platform, and you are integrating all different types of products into your industry. Thank you. I am glad to see the only female competitor in this competition. And then the Chinese insurance is developing rapidly, and we can see that. We know that this industry is very competitive and very enriched, and we have different measures or channels, and I can see that. And you have innovative way for the channels. And then the new people's lifestyle, and their lifestyle is to share and to place food delivery, and like we say, you say a long-term prospect, you want to grab this piece of pie, and for you, I think it's very important, and I think it's very related to the cost of your industry.
For adding some color to our morning, which I appreciate very much. Apparently the men don't know how to use bright colors. Keith, please.
True. I would also like to congratulate you on being a great woman entrepreneur role model for the rest of the world. And the other thing I commend you on is being able to use AI and smart contracts in the insurance business, because classically the same policy covers everybody regardless of their risk profile. And I think this is a great opportunity. We see a great opportunity around the world for that. And then finally, I know I'm going to be riding a bike, so it's good to know that I'm insured here in China. So 谢谢.
Ms. Chao, if you'd like to make a very brief comment.
Okay, yeah. So, I will in Chinese.
I think in the past, we started in 2016. We didn't think about that there's such a big change in China, and then the judges also ask. You can say a small car. When they come to us, all these insurance company, they couldn't understand it. They put a whole bunch of cars outside. They couldn't understand. But when we saw that from the campus to campus, we can see we can cover the risk, and we can provide insurance for that. I know there are many big companies. Insurance company out there, but I can see that we have future with them, and we can protect them. And this is what we want to do for them. Thank you.
Okay, now it's time for our grand experiment. It's time to vote. You have handheld devices in front of you. If you pick them up, please, you see in front of you that if you press 1 for SequoiaDB, 2 for BeatsEye, and 3 for BZN. And it will just take a few moments for us to tabulate it. And I'm going to ask the judges, at least one of you, maybe I'll ask you, Ying, if you had to choose right now. I'm going to put you on the spot. Everybody's voting while you're talking. Which would you choose and why?
I might be biased because I'm not a technical person. I understand about the later two cases better. I think I will pick the InsurTech, Baozhunniu.
Okay. Harry, what would you choose?
I will probably pick the number 2 because I think there is great chance for the wealth management and the technology to go to the banks. So I bet on that.
Okay,
yeah.
because we have a winner, I'm not going to ask you, Keith, and I'm very pleased to announce the winner for this category, FinTech and e-commerce, is BZN. And just before I thank our judges, I'd also like to thank our presenting partner, Guangzhou Automobile Group, and acknowledge Chairman Zheng Qinghong, who is in the room with us. Would you please stand? There he is. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'll invite the judges to exit that way. Thank you very much for your service.